Because the first time I saw you was, if you remember, at the Albany up there. John the Baptist was the main event. You know, Hell's Angel was a heavyweight. He was the main event. Kevin Rooney was the co-main event. And on the card was Mike Tyson making his debut.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
how old? 18?
18, yeah.
Mike.
And we saw this guy. We said, "Holy shit!" I mean, of course, it lasted like fucking 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But we saw him. That's the first time I saw him. But we became friends after that. Because we were just staying there because John, fought, and it's Kevin fought, and Mike was making his debut.
Wow,
that's so
1985.
Crazy.
Yeah, March 6th.
Wow,
March 6th. Look at that. Yeah, you got the date, and that's what happened. So
it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, so that's how this whole circle went around. And like you said, like Mike said, Paul Herman introduced a lot of people.
Yeah,
and you guys were just kind of like ships passing in the night. Connected up.
It was funny because the first time I went to Cafe Central, that's what we're talking about, the bar there. We were watching myself, Dan Aykroyd, and John Belushi were watching the Sugar Ray Leonard Duran fight, the first one at the Academy of Music because it was on the screen.
1980.
And then
June 20th.
Wow.
Look at you. You got the dates down, baba.
Mike's got the dates locked.
Who was fighting? Sugar Ray
Leonard and Roberto Duran.
Montreal, Canada.
Yes, yes. And at the end of the fight, they said, "Come on, we're going to go to this bar." I said, "I don't drink. I don't hang out at bars." They said, "Oh, there's a lot of girls up there and, ballerinas and everything." I said, "All right, I'll go." And I had my Hell's Angel patch on. And we walked in there, and the place was packed. I mean, Bruce Willis was the bartender.
Oh,
he was a nobody then.
He should still be the bartender.
Everybody was there. Guys like Treat Williams and Peter Regan and John Goodman and Liza Minnelli. Everybody was there. So when I walked in with my Hell's Angel jacket on, and Sheila Jaffe was the host also with Paul. You remember her?
No, only thing I remember truthfully is you were the only guy. You were like a freak. No, you were the only guy who had muscles. You were the only one. Everybody else looked like a certain way.
Yeah.
And then in would come this guy all ripped up with the tattoos. And who's that? Who's that guy?
That's awesome.
So we're walking around this restaurant, and this guy, Paul Herman, comes up to me the first time I met him. And he goes, "Could I talk to you for a minute?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Look, my boss just asked me if you could take your jacket off."
Paul got nerve, right?
Yeah. Right? He was just a great guy. I mean, awesome. Everybody loves him. And I says, "Hey, pal, I don't take my patch off for nobody." He goes, "Well, my boss is asked." I said, "Well, you tell your boss to come see me."
Who was that? Peter?
And Peter Herrera, a guy named Peter Herrera, came up. He goes, "What's the problem?" I said, "Well, this guy's telling me I got to take my jacket." He goes, "Well, you're scaring my customers. I'd like you to take it off." I said, "I'll tell you what, I don't take my patch off for nobody." And he goes, "When are you going to have to leave?" I said, "Well, I'm going to leave when my friends leave, who I came with, which was John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd."
Oh, my God.
And then he goes, Can I sit down and talk to you for a minute?" I said, "Yeah." So we started talking. I said, "Look, I'm a Hell's Angel, but I got to tell you something. I never drank in my life. Never smoked in my life. I don't do drugs, nothing." And we started talking. At the end of the talk, like a half hour later, he goes, "You know what? You're welcome back anytime you want."
That's
After
awesome.
that, I was there every fucking night.
Oh, man, I believe it, man.
I met you there.
Huh? Yeah.
I met Chuck there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So one night, Paulie this is afterwards, and then he says, "All right, great." So one night after I'm staying there, me and Paulie were in the back room by the bathrooms there, the restrooms.
Yeah.
And I was drinking a Coca-Cola. The guy comes over and takes the Coke, and I look at him. I looked at him. I didn't even know this guy from a hole in the wall. And I said, "Hey, man." He goes, "I'm thirsty." And he had 3 guys with him. I said, "Are you fucking kidding me, man?" So we go outside. I think it was just him. He brought his friends with him. 3 shots, 3 knockouts in the middle of the street. And as they all dropped, who comes pulling up in a car? Peter Herrera. He jumps out. God. "That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about." And Paulie says, "Pete, these guys started with him. I saw it." And after that, he offered me the job. I became the bouncer.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I became the
God.
bouncer. But now I had the rule was I had to wear a suit, so I wouldn't wear the jacket. So I started, being the bouncer there, and it was
That
great.
was exciting times.
Oh,
right?
it was great. It was awesome.
That sounds so
Yeah,
cool.
about the China Club on Broadway. I mean,
that
we
was
had some good
exciting
times. Scores. China
it's cool.
Club.
It's
We did that
awesome.
movie Black and White. Myself and Mike and everybody else. Everybody
We
in
had
that was
fun,
in that.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about it. So
So
what-
Keith Hernandez is out there.
Yeah.
We go back now. We're going back, and this is now. Paulie comes up to me one night, and everybody was there. Pesci's there. You know, he just did Raging Bull, and De Niro was hanging out. Pacino. Everybody went there. You know that, Mike. And then he comes up. He goes, "Look," he goes, "a friend of mine just got mugged down in Hell's Kitchen." I says, "Okay, what happened?" He said they robbed him. I said, "All right." And I had my friend Bert. Remember Bert?
Yeah.
With the hook?
Yeah.
I said, all right. So we grabbed the guy. It was Jimmy Hayden, right?
Yeah.
I am meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
And he goes, I said, what happened? He goes, they robbed me. And I said, all right, you know what? We had a van, right? We had a couple baseball bats in a van. I says, we'll go down there. If you see these guys, just pick them out and we'll take care of it.
So violent.
Right?
He's so violent.
So we're going down, we're cruising the neighborhood. And now he's getting nervous, Jimmy. Now he's sweating and everything else. And then I said, what's the matter, man? He goes, look, I got to tell you something. Yeah, I really went down there to buy drugs, and they robbed me. I said, what? I said, you're a fucking asshole, man. And I went back to buy Paulie. We're ready to take care of these guys, and this guy went to buy drugs. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I met Jimmy Hayden for the first time. And we became friends. He was a great guy. But then, of course, he died. And like I said, me and Mickey and Al Pacino were pallbearers. It was back in the day, man. The good days, the good times, Mike.
Incredible stuff.